Hello everybody, Assassinator here with a Games with Gold video. Now, I just recently received an email from Xbox kind of letting me know what's going on with Games with Gold. I already knew this, but they emailed me about it, so I wanted to bring this up along with something else different. So basically what the email stated is that starting September 1st, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and Xbox Live Gold memberships will no longer get Games with Gold. Obviously, August's, which we're in right now, their Games with Gold are the last two that we're going to ever be getting, or at least that we know of. And so with that said, any of the Xbox One games that I got through Games with Gold, or you got through Games with Gold, will still be playable and will still be ours as long as we have an active Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription or the Game Pass Core subscription. And then any 360 games that we got through Games with Gold will automatically just be ours no matter if we have a subscription or not. So what I want to do, because for I want to say quite a few months, even myself, I believe that Games with Gold did not have very good games in it. They didn't offer very good ones. But I've been getting these Games with Gold games for a pretty long time where I have close to 200 games. So I basically want to go through my collection and kind of look at which ones actually stand out as, hey, those are some pretty good games that I did actually play from there. And maybe you can let me know which ones that I have that I've not played are ones that I should actually be looking at. So let's go ahead and move over to Games with Gold. As you can see, I have 195 games. I did claim the newest ones, so they're in this. And so basically I'm going to go through this and just kind of point out the ones that I think are, I guess, worth talking about a little bit, and then kind of skip past the rest. And again, if you see any games that you feel I should be playing, let me know and I might end up giving them a try. And then I want to also point this out, this is not every one of the Games with Gold games. I was with Xbox and Xbox Live Gold from the very beginning, but I want to say that there's anywhere between 2 and 3 years that I stopped collecting these. I stopped really signing in because I kind of stopped playing Xbox. I stopped playing video games altogether. So let's go ahead and check this out. And so we'll start at the beginning line. I don't see any that stand out here that are big, but on this line I see quite a few. I do like all these Assassin's Creed Chronicle games. They were all, to me, pretty good. To me, that they're small indie-sized games. That would be what I would describe them as. But I am an Assassin's Creed lover, and so therefore, or at least the older ones. I don't have as many hours to throw into the newer ones, and I like to play through and collect almost everything, if not everything, in the game. And so these ones were pretty easy to do it in. And Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I got quite far into it. But I don't give those newer ones a try, Origins or any of them, because I can't spend, 80 to 150 plus hours into the game. So let's go ahead and keep on. Next line, this Back to the Future game is pretty good. It's one of the Telltale's games, along with this one, which is another Telltale type game. I didn't really care for Battlefield. None of the rest of them really stand out. Moving on to the next, we got a Castlevania game. Of course, Castlevania are always pretty good games to play. Moving on from there, Celeste. So I know Celeste just came into Game Pass, part of that subscription. Well, I already own it through Games with Gold. So that's pretty good there. I've heard good things about Coffee Talk, and I think Coffee Talk Part 2 is still in your Game Pass subscription. I have not played this one, even though I've heard good things about it, but it'll be one of those that once I got time, my back catalog is massive. Once I got time, I will get around to it. The next line, The Crew is really good. It's not as good as Forza, but it's kind of, I want to say it's a step above Need for Speed, but not a step behind, or it is a step behind Forza Horizon. And then we obviously got a new one, the Motorfest, coming out this year. Moving on from there, Darksiders is a pretty good game. I've played the first and second. I have not played this third one, so again, something else that I gotta add to my, playlist. Dead Rising, an Xbox 360 game. Not too bad. Obviously, it's not as good as, I want to say it was Part 3, the one that released with Xbox One. So I bought that day one with the Xbox One, whichever it was that released with the Xbox One, and it was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people don't really care for Dead Rising, but it's a different than, what do you call that one, Dying Light. It is a zombie game, but different. Moving on from there, we did also get this Free Play Days Dragon Ball right here, which I don't think I actually own it. I think I got it as part of, because when you're a Xbox Live Gold Remember, you get the free play days, and I think that's where I downloaded this one. I don't think I actually own that one, so we don't have to worry about that. Moving on from there, I would say For Honor. For Honor is a really good game. A lot of hours could be put into it. I played a bit of it, I enjoyed it, but I kind of moved past it just because other games came out at that time. Moving over, we got Evolution, or Evolve. Evolve, I don't know why I got Evolution there. But this game was overall, it was a different concept. This was the one where you have a 4v1, but the one player is a giant monster. And so the 4 players have to survive and kill that monster, while that monster basically hunts them down. It was a different concept. This is from the people who brought us Left 4 Dead. And so they went ahead and tried something different when they left Valve. And this is what we got. It did not seem like it did all that well. To me, it was something that was good, but it became too repetitive. And then by the time they started releasing the DLC, the added content, a lot of people had already moved on. That's what happens with these live service games. And this was, I want to say, one of the very first ones. Then Forza Horizon 2, a great game. Forza Motorsport 6, a great game. Can't say anything bad about them. Friday the 13th, not sure about that one, but it does stand out. And Gears 5, a great game. This was actually released right when Xbox had announced that the price of Xbox Live Gold was going to be increasing. So I guess they wanted to give us a really good game, so that it was kind of like, hey, we're going to be giving you some better games, and that's the reason why the price is going up. But obviously, we know Xbox backpedaled on that one. They did not like all the backlash, so that's what kind of happened there. Moving on, Guacamole, a really good game. Grown Up, a really good game. Or Grow Up, a really good game. Let's see, don't know about that one. Hitman, I have not played, but I played other Hitman games in the past, so that one might be a sleeper hit right there for me. Moving on, this is one that just released, so I have not given it a try, but I am into cars, so this might be something I actually check out. It will be something I actually check out. We got Inside, which, what is that one? There's another one that is releasing into Game Pass this week, Limbo. Limbo is made by the same people who did Inside. Inside, I believe, was the very first one, and then Limbo, but I could have those mixed up. But either way, they're very similar type games. They're really good games. I did play Inside and I did play Limbo. Moving on from there, Jurassic Park is kind of like a sim of a Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park Sim, it should be what it's called. Killer Instinct. I already owned it, but you did also get this with gold. I believe it actually has a free version of it. And I own, obviously, the higher model of it, which actually ended up coming with Killer Instinct 2, but that was part of gold also. I didn't even realize that till right now. I didn't realize either of these two were actually part of it because I actually own them. Okay, moving on from there. Max and the Curse of Brotherhood, a really good game. Achievements aren't that hard to get all 1000 G in it either. There's actually manuals for that, or guides for that. Metal Gear Solid 5 and prequel. So we got the prequel and then the game, both free. I have not played any Metal Gear Solid just because I kind of felt out of the loop. I think I tested this one out when it was kind of like the beta version, but never the full version did I actually get into. Again, I felt left out because I haven't played the rest of them and felt like, okay, I'm going to be left behind. So maybe with Metal Gear Solid, the part 1, 2, and 3 releasing, maybe we'll get part 4 and collection 2, and then obviously they're doing a remake of 3. I might start getting into Metal Gear, but again, I need to free up some time for that. And then Moving Out, a very good game. I actually enjoyed this game. I haven't bought the expansion. It does have an expansion, but I got all 1000 G in this game. It was kind of challenging, but it was one of those that it was enjoyable. I like that. All right. I've heard Never Alone has a good story. We're going to keep on going. Plants vs. Zombies. This was a different type of game. It wasn't bad, but again, it wasn't anything, I guess, wow. Moving on. Project Cars and Project Cars 2. Really good racing games. These ones are closer to like Forza Motorsports and Gran Turismo, but I would say not as well done. I mean, they were something at the time when they came out, but I would say now, looking back at them, not all that great. Resident Evil. This one is, I believe it's like the GameCube version. So it's nothing new. They didn't do any remake for it. It's different than the PS1 version. They up-resed it and all that, but it's the GameCube version, basically, be how I would describe it. Rayman Legends. Rayman's an excellent game, and this one is actually really good. It's pretty challenging too. I actually enjoyed that platformer. Rayman has very good platforming in it, and it's a 2D side-scroller. Rise Son of Rome. Everyone's asking for a part 2 of it. A really good game. It was, again, a launch title there. A lot of people slept on it, so it didn't do so good. But from what I hear from everyone, and including myself, it was a very good game. It even stands the test of time as far as visuals go. The biggest gripe I'd say in this game is all your enemies basically look alike. I mean, they don't have very much variety there. Shanty games are very good side-scrolling platformers. Moving on from there, Star Wars Racer. I'm working on this one actually currently, trying to get the 1000G in there. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard to do. But basically, I played this back on the N64, so everything I'm doing now is kind of like, man, I did it back in the day and I have to do it again. It sort of seems like a grind, but I'm having a little bit of fun, even though those N64 graphics are kind of hard to view. We got Sleeping Dogs, which is, I have not played, but I believe it's something like a Grand Theft Auto type game, but obviously in Tokyo, I believe. Moving on from there, I played Super Bomberman R on the Switch, but again, this is something that you have to have some friends to play with in order for it to be good. Super Hot, I played the VR, a really good game. I haven't played the Xbox version of it, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, so really good. Thief, a great game. I actually like this game. Tomb Raider, I actually own it. It was actually my very first Xbox One 1000G that I got, was by playing this game. I actually owned the physical copy and the Games with Gold copy and the digital copy. I bought it part of the digital 3-pack when it was on sale. Moving on from there, we'll see. I don't see anything that stands out there. Some more Telltale's games. I actually enjoy these games, so these ones are really good, especially if you like Walking Dead. Moving on from there, Watch Dogs, a Ubisoft. It was a decent game when it came out. It's not all that great now. The Witness. I actually enjoyed this game. It's a very tough puzzle game. So one of those that I have to get back into. I didn't quite get through it, so I need to get back into it. And to finish it off, we got Yooka-Laylee, which is basically Banjo-Kazooie, made by a lot of the developers that made the original Banjo-Kazooie on the N64. So a lot of Rare developers there created this one. I would say that the side scroller, which is I think the Impossible Lair, is better, but nonetheless, it's a good game. So that's going to be it right there. Let me know in the comments below, is there any games that I didn't mention that I really should be checking out? And maybe let me know which games you wish you would have actually claimed. I do know that there's quite a bit that I missed out, like I said, anywhere between 2 and 3 years, which could be, let's say it's only 2 years, and back then there were about 3 games a month. So, I mean, we're looking at like 72 games or so that I'm missing. So quite a bit right there. It looks like somebody who actually was here the whole time claimed every one of them. You could have had 250 plus free games that you would still have in your library. But that's going to be it for this video. I wanted to do something a little different because nobody really talks about all the good games that Games with Gold had. They talk about all the weak months. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, but until next time, Assassinator out.